The day the earth caught fire.
Gun to review here for you today. This here we have the G39C, also known as a G36, which is what it's representing after. So basically today we just picked this up for Christmas for my son Brandon, and yes, we will be pimping it out. So basically this here is just a review. I'm going to do another full disassembly on the video where I take the gun completely apart. We're going to do internal modifications and we're going to do external modifications. So look forward to about 4 videos on this. But basically right now we're just going to jump into it, go over it real quick, do a slight disassembly of it, chrono it, and give you my final thoughts on it. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to start at the front of the rifle. Now the gun is completely ambidextrous. So on the front here it's got like a polymer ambidextrous sling mount on the front here, which I don't know what kind of slings you could basically get in there. You're probably going to have to put like a key ring type thing in there for the sling mount. It has the G36 style flash hider here, which you can guarantee that's not going to stay orange for too long. The rails on the front, it comes with 3 rails, one on this side, one on the other side, and one underneath. Now the rails itself are metal, but the front body here along with the rest of the body is a polymer fiber, which feels really nice, though it's really rigid, I must say. I'm really surprised on how well the gun feels and how it's made. So but basically that's just the whole body. It's just made out of polymer. Even the top rail here, it's still polymer. The only thing I don't like about this top rail is this little V here to protect your charging handle. It's supposed to be a carrying handle, but as you can see, it's hard to get your hands in there, which I don't care for too much. I know that they make a rail for this that extends up and it has a sight mounted in the back, but the thing is just too big, and in my personal opinion it makes the gun ugly. But basically working our way down, we have an ambidextrous mag well here, where your mag release is here on the back of the gun. We have a ambidextrous bolt release, which is underneath here inside your trigger your trigger housing, I'm sorry. Working further back, we have a sling mount here. Once again, the hole's a little small, as you can see, so you're going to have to get some kind of O-ring to put in here. This way you can, mount your sling with no problem. Now moving back to the stock here, it's a folding stock, locks in like so on the right hand side of the gun, which doesn't care for too much because that's where the ejection port is, but hey, that's the way they do it. So basically on the stock itself, it is not adjustable in any which way. It has a rubber butt pad here on the back, which feels really nice, to be honest. Underneath your stock here you have 4 holes for your body pins, and this is just for when you would slide your body pins out. You can slide them inside the rear stock here so you don't lose them, which I think is a nice touch. Moving on to the upper rail here, this is your metal sights. Now the sights are metal, but it sits inside a polymer made sight mount. So but basically you got two choices here. You got your long distance and short distance. Now the sight on the front here is not adjustable. It's just a O-ring, and you can't flip it down or anything like that. So but basically that's just the sights. Like I said, I plan on changing these out as well So we don't think we're planning on putting the sight on here itself, but we got something special for this baby lined up anyway. But basically that's the external. Moving on to the charging handle, it does lock into place. Like I said, it's fully ambidextrous, like so. Okay, rack it back. Now, for some reason, the bolt catch underneath the front trigger here will not catch it when you lock it back. I don't know if that's the way it's supposed to be, or how they all are. As you can see, I'm pushing it down, and it won't lock the bolt back into place. But if you take your magazine, insert it in, and dry fire it, it will lock back. Bolt release, like so. Do it again. And lock. There you go. Now you can also grab your charging handle here, pull it back. Well, mag in there. Pull it back, and it'll also release your bolt carrier. So basically, what we're going to do now is we're going to move on over to the chrono and see what this baby's shooting, and we'll come back and do a slight disassembly on it. So meet me over at the chrono.
The day the earth caught fire.
Alright, well, final thoughts on the G39C by WE. Basically, we'll start with likes and dislikes. So we'll start with the likes here, and I'll start at the front. I like that the handguard in the front has metal rails on it, even though that the body itself is polymer. I like that touch that they didn't cut the corner on putting polymer rails on there. I think that would have just totally ruined the gun. However, I don't like that they made the top rail here polymer. I would have liked to see that metal, but you can't have the cake and eat it too, I guess. I would have also liked to seen these mounts here in the front, probably some type of metal, but they're made out of polymer. I mean, it's strong polymer, but come on, you know, when you're playing, running, diving, sliding, you know, it has a tendency to break. So, but basically, it's just a little perk thing I have. So, I also don't like the sticker here. It's kind of glossy. I would like to see maybe a flat sticker, and it's kind of bubbling up a little bit. I don't know if you can see that, but WE also has the 556 on there, but if you notice right there in between where it's supposed to be a point 556, it's a comma instead of a period. And they also put the cal for caliber, they put it with a K instead of a C. I guess that's their way of getting it through customs and everything without any problems. I like how the gun is fully ambidextrous. Lefties, righties, this thing anybody can use. Fire selector on every side, like so. Your mag release is ambidextrous underneath. Your bolt catch is ambidextrous. The only thing I don't like about the bolt catch is that it can be tedious from time to time. It's kind of tight. I don't know if it's just because it's not broken in, but it's kind of tight. They do sell a kit for this, which I will be picking up, so keep an eye out for that. I really don't care for neither on the polymer charging handle latch here. I feel that's kind of cutting the corner also. I mean, come on, the bolt carries metal. Why not just make that metal? But our friends over at RA Tech have already made one that's metal, and you can guarantee I have it. So keep an eye out for that. I also like how the gun is easily disassembled. I mean, 3 body pins and you can take the whole thing apart. Piece of cake. Can't complain about that at all. I don't care for, I mean, this is just a little tedious thing, but if you look at the fire selector, it doesn't line up with your selector here. I mean, if you can see that, basically the lines pointing just before on full auto, and then on semi it's fine, but full auto it doesn't line up. It's just nothing serious, but it's just something to keep an eye out on. But yeah, other than that, I mean, the FPS isn't extremely high, but you can't complain about it. I like the kick of the rifle. It's nice, it's crisp, you can feel it in your shoulder. It's just an amazing recoil on it. I can't say anything bad about that. However, I do not like the sound of it. To me, when you shoot it, it just does not sound, it sounds too much like a toy to me. The sound of it just doesn't do it for me, but the recoil does. I mean, just another perk that I have. But other than that, the folding stock feature is nice. Basically, if you can fold it down, it's almost, well, bigger than SMG, but you know, makes it good for CQB and whatnot. But basically, this is it. This is the overlook of the rifle. Moving on to the mags here, I love the feature on the mags, how they attach together. I mean, you can't go wrong with that, especially when you want two mags together. Basically, there's a slot here and a slot here, and on the other side of this mag, you can see that there's little nipples sticking out. So they basically just slide it in, twist and turn, and it locks in. That's an awesome feature. I like that a lot, which makes it even nicer because when you do your reloads, you're playing like so. Gotta love that. I love that feature about the gun. Probably my most favorite feature about the gun is the magazine design of the G39, how that all works. As for leaks, I got the mags in, no leaks so far. I have not taken the mags apart yet, which I will be looking through to see exactly how it does, and I will be showing you in a full disassembly. So we're going to be taking the gun apart and the mags apart in a full disassembly video. But basically, this is just the overlook, my final thoughts on the rifle, and hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching.